All right, what's up guys? Let's talk about workout number 4, and we're gonna start it off with part A of this workout. 3 different exercises. We're gonna superset through these, meaning we're gonna do exercise 1, repetitions, exercise 2, the repetitions, exercise 3, repetitions, minimal rest. So we're gonna go right through that, and we'll do that a total of 3 times. So this first exercise is a cowboy squat, which, as the name somewhat implies, I'm going to get into this wide foot stance once again. So think about the setup that you had for your sumo deadlift last workout. Very similar with the way that I'm going to get my width of my feet just a little bit past my shoulders. And instead of picking an object up off the ground as we do with our deadlift, now we're just going to be loaded from the top. And let's say that I use this one dumbbell, kind of heavy, and I think we're going to do 15 repetitions. So when I do this, I'm actively pressing my knees out away from me, and that's really loading into my hips and my glutes. So wide foot base, I'm driving my butt back like I'm going to sit. I squeeze my butt at the top. If you're doing that without weight, same rules apply. I'm just going to come down, driving right back up. So we have this wide foot stance. Kind of looks like you just got off the horse, thus the cowboy squat. But remember, I'm really trying to drive the knees out so that I can feel the muscles on the sides of these hips. And I'm even feeling these groin muscles, these adductor muscles that are getting engaged as well. Another look on that with loading can be 2 dumbbells here. I maintain this good tall chest posture. I'm coming right back up, squeeze my butt at the top. I'm down, driving my knees out, away from me, so that I'm really getting into these glutes. All right, exercise 2, alternating reverse lunge. We're looking for 12 repetitions each side, 24 total. I'm gonna have the load, so I wanna watch out for the dog. And reverse lunge, under control. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get it. We're going to go to 24. Let's say I'm not using weight because I want to really be conscientious of my form. Hands up here. Reverse, always under control. That knee either softly touches the ground or comes very close to it. So we're working on this deceleration. I'm controlling my body weight to the ground instead of just falling down into the floor. Third exercise, 24 total, 12 each way, bicycle crunch. If you have a big lumbar curve like me, you might find it beneficial to kind of bridge this gap in between your lumbar curve and the floor. We're going to get into our setup position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbows coming into knee. Some of you guys, this may not be an issue. You won't need it. But that's if you sometimes experience a little bit of pain in your low back area. Like I said, bridging the gap in between that lumbar curve where you have that space, that might give you a little bit of support. Next up, 2 exercises. We're going to superset through these 2 for a total of 3 times each. Minimal rest after you finish the first go around, then get right back into it. We're going to start, if you have access to this, we'll start with a barbell inverted row. I'm going to get myself underneath the barbell, either this straight position with your body, or you can get both feet on the ground like this, pulling myself up to the bar, slowly back down. So we're working upper back, mid back, muscles, my biceps. At the top, I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together, coming right back down. You can do this method too if your shoes aren't sliding. So that's the inverted barbell row. Some of you guys might have the TRX. You can do the same thing with the TRX. If you don't have either one of those, you can come to tried and true renegade row with our dumbbells. where we're in this nice push-up plank position, and I'm gonna pull this into the side here. We can alternate this. Slight pause up here into the ribs. Let's say for some reason you only have one dumbbell, no problem. Push-up position, rowing into the rib cage, right back down, under control. So even though I'm pulling that into my ribs, I'm still trying to maintain level shoulders. So my foot base is kind of wide to give me stability, because I know when we get going fast, we'll try to do one of these moves where my shoulder is pointing to the ceiling. I'm trying to keep my core engaged and really don't want a whole lot of movement out of either my waist or shoulders. So I'm trying to stay squared up by keeping core engaged. If you're not there yet with the weight, remember we can continue push-up plank position, and I can just simulate this movement, acting like I have some sort of a weight in my hand. This water jug is pretty empty now, but at least it offers some sort of resistance. Same thing. Core's engaged, meaning I'm tight through my core, like somebody's gonna try to hit me, but I'm protecting myself because I'm engaged. So, from there, if you have a bench, you can use a bench. Otherwise, I get my dumbbells, floor press, alternating, just an alternating dumbbell chest press. Do the weights or do the reps that are prescribed there. Once again, if you just have one dumbbell, well, naturally we'll just close it out on this side, then we'll carefully switch it and we'll finish it out on the other. There's always a modification. If weight is not where you are yet for pressing, do the push-ups. All right, so that's part B. All right, so let's get into some core work. And this is a bridge variation, but a lot of cases of movement that we're going to be doing, and just in life in general, I view our glute muscles as part of our core because they do stabilize our pelvis. So here's a great exercise to strengthen the glutes, provide some stability around the hips, which anyone who's suffering from low back pain, a lot of times it has to do with improper glute engagement or just lack of strength or stability around the hips. So you can see frog leg bridge is the name of this exercise because I have the soles of my feet together and I'm pressing feet into one another, and I'm kind of in this frog or wide leg position. It's kind of a weird looking position, but I'm going to go hands up right above my chest. I'm going to squeeze up so I'm engaging both glutes. And one way to see if both glutes are engaged is to just hit them and make sure we're firing 1, 2, right back down. So this is this pump exercise, 1, 2, right back down, coming up, squeezing glutes, engage, that's that 1, 2, right back. Directly from that, we're going to go into a 4-count exercise of hello dollies. This is a military calisthenic exercise like 4-count mountain climbers, flutter kicks. So I'm going to put my hands kind of around my tailbone and the small of my back area just to help me personally. Some of you guys might choose to do the same thing. I'm going to get my feet at least 6 inches off the floor. I guess I can watch my feet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. So it's this in and out exercise. Just trying to get into, once again, the muscles around the hips and these adductors on the inside of the legs. Because I'm in this position, kind of holding this kind of crunch type position, you're going to feel engagement here in the abdominal muscles too. Enjoy this exercise. Once again, those last 2, you're going to follow the same fashion of 1, finish the reps on that, go right into the next exercise, Minimal rest, go back through that 2 more times for a total of 3. All right, have fun.